Hello everyone, Michelle here from the Creative Cove. Thanks for joining me today. Thought we would play with these index cards I got from the thrift shop. I scored a brand new pack. I just opened them and folded a few to see what they were like, how thick they are, and if it turns out that they're blank. So I thought we could have some fun with these today. Of course, you can use anything you've got, but I do love visiting the thrift shop. This is all I found this time, but I really love going there and kind of finding new gadgets like this to play with. So I folded a couple in half here, trying to gauge my size of my journal that I'm going to make. So now I'm just going to play with some folding of pockets and such. Let me just get my bone folder here and just have some fun. I haven't made any journals in a while. I've been playing with little minis, and if you follow my channel, a lot of little bits and pieces of ephemera that I've been creating and really having a lot of fun with that. So right now I'm just kind of gauging some sizes here of what I want to fold. So it might be a little hard to see, and I'm sorry there's a big shadow. I'm filming really early in the morning. I wanted to get some filming done before work and see where it will take me on these index cards. So I'm thinking, I haven't done any preliminary stuff with this yet. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. So I think I'm going to chop this guy down. Let's just see where this takes us. And then I'm going to see if my punch will work. Sometimes it's a hit and miss with this. It gets stuck. I need a new one. Put that there. I think I will just chop this guy. Let's make sure I've got this down low. A little line here. Chop this off. I don't need this. So I love going to the thrift shop and finding new little things to work with. It's kind of creates some creative juices flowing in for me anyways, for what I can make. It's kind of cute. Okay, I'm going to round this corner. Sorry for the shadow. My phone is casting a shadow. There we go. It might not be as bad on camera as it is right now. So I got a little pocket here. Maybe if I should just fold this. I think I will. So I'm going to do it. Now I would recommend using a one of those boards, but mine is buried somewhere. So I am just going to do it old school. And I use some glue. Now I did buy new glue, but I haven't opened it yet, so bear with me. I finally got my hands on some glue. So that feels like it has been opened. Shouldn't be. I just bought it. But look, it's sticky on the outside. So it's already got a hole in it. Oh well. Yep, it's definitely got a hole in it. Oh, there's nothing like new glue. Boy, does it ever make me happy. Okay, let's just remember how I did this. So I want glue here too, so I better hurry up. Because this glue does give you a window, but not very long. Just make sure I get it even on the bottom here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to flip. I'm going to envelope Kind of cute. Let's fix this guy a little bit neater. Okay, so what else do we want to do? Maybe one more here. Side to side. Offset it, make it a little wider. Let's maybe start another one. Maybe something super simple. Something super simple. Sometimes that's the easiest and the funnest. No stress, you know? I'm just going to glue this back to back. So I'm just going to build stuff here and then decorate it and then put it together. So not your typical journal, but more like more like just something simple and use up some bits and bobs you might have around. I think I'll turn this into a little tuck spot. So that, squeeze out the edge as always. I always put too much. I'm gonna hold that for a second. Maybe chop this one just a smidge shorter, just so it kind of stands out a little. Now you can pre-chop all these and have them all ready for what you might want to do, but you guys know me. If you watch my channel, I don't like things perfect. I like things looking handmade. I would I maybe use my chopper more often if it was convenient on my desk, but it never seems to be very convenient on my desk. Trying to remember what I did here. Yeah, I glued that together. Okay, so there's that one. Maybe we will chop this down just a smidge smaller as well so we can see the page behind it. That way when we go to decorate, it will show all the layers and all the work. Okay, oops, so there's two. Let's see how they're looking together. So I kind of wish I'd made this a little bit smaller now. Just so that this shows a little better. So maybe we'll put this at the back and create a smaller one. So let's chop this down just a smidge. I gotta find my corner punch. I don't know where I put it. I have a bad feeling I threw it out when I cleaned up my desk last. You know, when you're cleaning up in a hurry, just grab everything. Because I can't find it anywhere. Okay. All right, I like that. Let's do one more thing in the front here. Something small. So it sits in front nice and neat. New. Let's chop this down. Yeah. Chop this to like here. Today is actually my 50th birthday. Now this video, when it goes out, will be after my birthday, obviously, but yeah, I turned 50 today. I couldn't believe it. Like, how did I get so old so fast? But I look at it, you know, turning 50 never bothered me. It's the turning 30 bothered me. Did not like turning 30 at all. Weird, eh? How we don't like certain birthdays. 50 though, doesn't bother me. Don't ask me why, I have no idea, but it just kind of looked forward to 50. I've got a little bit more freedom in my life with my kids grown up. I have a little bit more financial stability, I guess. Not much because we're building a home, but you know, you don't struggle like you do in your 30s financially. You usually have younger children in your 30s. And yeah, I did not like turning 30 at all. Not one little bit. Maybe this can go over here. And I'm literally just folding the pages as I go. Like I said, I have not thought about any of this. I'm just folding. So this might turn out and it might not. I don't know where I'm going with it, to be totally honest. But I just want to have fun with these little pages. So that's kind of fun. And then maybe do something here. One more piece. That shadow is really irritating. And it's irritating me. Let's see here. Do I want something like this? Kind of layered. I don't know if I like it that tall. Oops. Let's put them together. Trim them both down. See if I can get it to go straight. Fold it backwards on itself. No, don't like that. Don't mind that. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to glue this side here, and then we'll decorate them. I think we'll use some book pages I've got kicking around. My scraps, my never-ending pile of scraps. Just glue that there. Okay. This paper's pretty thick, which is why I broke out the folder here, the bone folder guy. Let's see, book page. Couple of those, couple of these. Just trying to use these up. I like using different fonts. What else have I got? What else have I got? Got my old guy here, the old kid one, really dark paper. Fun. All right, let's start with that. Okay, so it probably would have been easier to cover these before I assemble them, but it's okay. It's part of the fun, part of the process. And I do like to leave a little border around mine. It's just my preference, but it's not necessary. I just like the visual border. So it might be a bit hard to see with this white paper behind, but there's the white border. So I just visually cut that. Now, I Again, you can use a cutter and measure all this, but I'm just too lazy. And again, I like that handmade look. Okay. So what have you guys been crafting lately? What kind of journals have you been working on, getting into Halloween and fall? Are you into those sort of things? Because I know a lot of people don't really do Halloween. I know that I loved Halloween when my kids were little. I still like Halloween, but not nearly as much as I did when they were tiny. It was just so much fun to make their costumes and things. I used to love doing that. Everything was handmade. Except one year where my son, he insisted on being a cow. It was just so random. I'm like, oh, you want to be Spider-Man, you know, the usual. And I could make those costumes. And then he's like, no, I want to be cow. Oh, God. Okay, we're buying that costume. And he loved it. And it's actually one of my favorite pictures of him running with his little cow costume. And he's got, I guess he got the candy he liked or something. He was just so excited. He just turned 20 last week. Oh, feeling nostalgic, I guess. Time flies. Okay, so I'm just gonna chop this here. And again, no method to my madness. Usually there is, but right now I'm just having fun. So I think I'm gonna try and give myself a border off this punch. I could punch it like a normal person, but I know that for sure that my punch will not go through this super thin stuff. It gets stuck. I need a new one. I've tried sharpening it with the tin foil and stuff. It's just, I think it's just had its day. I think it's just done. Just want to ink that up a little. And then maybe I will ink up the whole thing. And I got some sandpaper because I want to try and sand some of these things off. I want a real distressed look on this. Tone down the white a little bit. So let's glue it down and then we'll try sanding it and see how that looks. Oops. I ripped it. Okay, a little border there. And then this is I don't know what grit this is, a 150. So pretty nice sandpaper. And I just want to sand it down, really beat it up. Sorry, this is going to make my camera shake. So even if it rips off the glue and beats it up, that's even better. Just want it rough. Brush up the edges a little. Okay. And then I'm going to ink it a little bit. Sorry, shaking the camera. So this I will probably glue back down. This piece. And then this one I will use this kind of ripped stuck technique with some tape. Let's see if it will work on this. No, this tape is we'll just use that there because it looks really cool. Depends on the paper. Sometimes this technique works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's maybe just try a stronger tape. And what I like is it removes the ink and it transfers over, depending on the paper you're using though. So it's not really taking it off here. So we'll go back to sanding. And that's kind of cool too because it is, oh, sorry, it's smudging the ink as well with the sandpaper, which looks pretty cool. That's fun. I'll cut this off here. And we'll ink the rest. I have to hold it, otherwise my camera will shake. We don't want that. In here. Oh, that's cool. It's even ripped there. I like it. I like it. Perfect. Okay. So that is that right there. So now we got to do, is this getting glued? Am I going to glue this? Or is this going to open? Let's give it the open option. So we'll just do one big piece of paper back here. Let's do one of these. So I'm just going to make it easy on myself. And I will add glue all the way around, so no border this time. Generous amount of glue here. And slap this down. Come on. There we go. Oh, I love the grunge. I really do. Grunge makes me happy. Just trim around. And then we'll fold and it will hopefully distort the paper a little bit. Okay. Let's remember our folds here. And here. All right. Sorry. There's nothing worse than a shaky camera, shaky video. But I have to push hard with this thing in order to transfer the inks. So it shakes everything apparently. Okay, we'll use a little sandpaper again. Beat up this edge. Okay, and then we can decorate right here. Really beat up this corner maybe. How much fun is that? It makes the ink dirty and pretty much ruins the paper. So you get super grunge. Super grunge. And your hands are dirty. Perfect. I recently did these little doodles and I made a bunch of them. I thought they were kind of cute. So I might use one of these. Something maybe bolder. So I'll do a video on these because these are really fun to have ready to use. And I also have, bring this in here so you can see the other ones that I did. Let's see what else. What else have I got in my little stash here? This is pretty, like that. It's kind of pretty. Like this. Maybe chop it down a smidge. I love having these things ready to go. It just makes journal making so much easier. I kind of like that all on its own. If I want the blue, I might hold off on that one. Just put this here for now until I decide what else I want to do. Sometimes the simplicity's the best, you know, less is more, they say. Sometimes, not always. If you hear chewing, Millie's eating her breakfast. She's not barking. Woohoo! Okay, so that's number 1. And that's going to go here. So, do number 2. So I'll just do this really quick so you can see what I'm doing, but I'll fast forward it so it's not so long. So kind of playing around here in the last little bits and pieces, stuffing the journal with some ephemera and sketches and doodles and other videos that I've shown on how to make some of this stuff. Really enjoyed making these little inserts, or what I would call a little portable journal. I left a lot of writing space, a lot of space to draw in. So I hope you enjoyed this video, just using up some index cards, paper, and little bits of ribbon, whatever you have kicking around, and using up that ephemera that we've spent so much time making. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and thanks so much for joining me today. Take care, everyone. Bye.